So I see that your shirt says Veteran Suicide Awareness Project. Can you tell us a little bit about your cause and what you're doing here tonight?
Veteran Suicide Awareness Project, I founded it in honor and memory of my late husband, Sergeant De La Cruz, who died by suicide on January 13th, 2013. So I'm here with myself and my brother Edward and so many other veterans and patriots who are walking to bring awareness to veteran suicide. And all participants are carrying a flag with a service member who died by suicide.
So this is your 7th year that you've done this. How many miles in total do you walk on Memorial Day?
22 miles.
22 miles. I know 22 has a significance, so what does 22 stand for?
22 miles is to signify the 22 veterans who died by suicide every single day.
How long do you anticipate this walk to take you tonight?
It will probably take us about 6 to 8 hours.
So you're starting in the city of Norco and your ending point is where?
Riverside National Cemetery.
Tell me a little bit about the background. How did you get involved with the Veteran Suicide Awareness Project?
Back in, I think it was 2016 or 2017, I stumbled upon Facebook that said Veteran Suicide Awareness Ruck March. I just came out by myself and participated and, met Iveta and went from there.
That actually brings up a good point. So anybody can join and participate in your guys' Veteran Suicide Awareness Project, correct?
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Anybody, patriots, veterans, active, non-active, military, police, AMR, EMT.
So all are welcome, and they're welcome. So tonight, can anybody show up and join you? Do they have to meet here first? Can they just catch up with you along your route? Do they have to walk the entire 22 miles?
No.
What is the...
No,
for those who are watching at home, give them a little insight so they know that what to expect.
So you can follow us on Facebook at Veteran Suicide Awareness Project. We'll have the location of the area where we meet. It's best if you meet with us here. That way you get your shirt, you get your flag, and you kind of know what direction we're kind of heading.
But along the route, you encourage people to either join in or just stand there and support, right? Because I'm assuming 22 miles, a lot of people don't realize how grueling 22 miles is until you start walking that 22 miles.
We really appreciate all the support, and we look for that support and, try to get this message out to stop this 22-a-day veteran suicide. It's really devastating to the veteran community and also to their families.
A lot of people have reached out and have said things on social media about Veteran Suicide Awareness Project and how grateful they are that you guys are around. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about veterans committing suicide, right? We want obviously that's the forefront, correct?
Correct.
But at the end of the day, if we can prevent anybody,
Right.
that's a win.
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, you two. Well, I guess I'll see you along the walk.
We'll see you guys later. I love to see familiar faces, so welcome back. I founded this project, in 2013 my husband passed away. And unfortunately, I think he shot himself in front of me while I was holding our daughter in my arms. She was 21 months old. And this happened in Texas. And, it's already been over 9 years, and it's like crazy to think that it's already been that long without him, but I'm so grateful to be here. And, meeting everybody and other veterans and connecting with people, because, there's a lot of veterans here, and a lot of us struggle. And I struggled really hard last year. On December 20th, I actually kind of took my own life. I was going to drive into an aqueduct, or I was going to drive and walk into the desert and just let myself die. And for a long time, I kind of wondered, why, kind of thought about why James did what he did. But then at the same time, when I was there on December 20th, my two kids could have been standing in front of me. my son Mark and my daughter Lily. They were standing in front of me, and I would not have seen them. I would have looked right past them. Because what I wanted was to die, and that was it. That's what I wanted, and that's what I was going to get. But fortunately, I have a whole tribe of people that love and care for me, so they were there and they saved me. And I spent 4 days in the psych unit at the VA Loma Linda. And I'm not ashamed to say that I struggle with mental health, you know, because it's normal. It's sad, but a lot of people are ashamed of it. And I share James' suicide with people because it was how he died. It wasn't who he was. It wasn't the soldier, the friend, the husband, or the father that he was. And I want people to know that, you know, because there's a lot of stigma that comes with suicide, like, oh, you can't talk about it. Oh, like, it wasn't an honorable death. But my husband was an honorable man. And he cared a lot about kids, so, you know, we do all these flags that you're holding, some of them have pictures of the service member with their children. And I would ask all of you to keep the flags and to take them home. And, you know, we have to live in their honor, and that's what I try to do. I try to see the best for people and try to do good. And my heart is in children, so a lot of them try to do and raise money and you get benefits. We like to provide Thanksgiving meals for veterans and their families. You know, I don't think anybody should go without a meal like that, especially if it's in the time. So if you guys know anybody, please reach out to us and we will talk about it. And even around Christmas time, we fought the good fight but lost the battle this year in March. And now she's here and she's a part of our family. So please wrap it. Is Carly here? Carly!
Carly. So my husband served in the Marine Corps from 2008 to 2013. He served 5 years. And he took his life February 11th this year. Real shock. I didn't see it coming, but you know, I was kind of looking for some support, some groups, and I found you guys. And I have to say, I'm really excited to be here. It's bittersweet, but I'm really happy to do this in his office.
Yeah, you're currently on this flag too. So you came by yourself, right?
Yes.
She came by herself,
Yes,
but she's not to leave alone, right?
Yes. Please no.
She won't leave alone.
Good evening, ladies. Can you tell me your first and last name and spelling, please?
Cassandra Fuentes. Last name is Fuentes. First name is Cassandra.
Perfect. Glad to meet you, Cassandra.
Yes.
And
Carly Vaughn. It's CarlyVaughan.
I'm glad you're here.
Thank
I'm
you.
so glad you're here, especially knowing your story that you came all the way from Louisiana.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, ladies. I know we're here under less than ideal circumstances. I'm not gonna pry into your guys' past. I was just wondering if you guys would like to tell me a little bit about your story.
So what brought me here today, obviously I lost my fiance to suicide due to PTSD. Struggled a lot with it. It's kind of a slow spiral. Unfortunately, it got to the point where it was too far to really handle. He was the one who actually came about this Ruck with Avita. He did do a few walks prior to COVID. He really found a lot of support within this project. He was a huge advocate for other veterans who were contemplating suicide. He didn't want to become a statistic. He was always there for other veterans whenever they needed it, as far as like the mental support. Unfortunately, he brought the battle home and just couldn't take it anymore.
It's sad because if you've never dealt with it before, people don't understand the real struggle, the internal struggle that people deal with.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's a silent struggle. They don't, there are people that cry for help, and then there are the ones that keep it to themselves. because of the stigma that the mental health issue is not a good thing to have.
Definitely.
And it breaks my heart. It really does, because we've got a great group of people here, and the fact that people still feel that they have no place to turn is devastating to me.
It is.
But I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you sharing your story with
No,
us.
thank you.
All right. And
Yes.
you came all the way from Louisiana.
I did. So, my husband, he started in the Marine Corps at basically in 2008, and he deployed to Afghanistan twice. The first deployment was really rough. They went to Marj, Afghanistan, and lost about 18 guys, and so it was pretty tough. When he got back, he was, I could tell the PTSD kind of had, it was pretty bad at the time, and he just kind of handled it himself, and he deployed the second time in less than a year. So again to Afghanistan, and it's like when he got back, I felt like he was okay and everything. He definitely struggled with some depression, took medication for it, but it was never anything that was like alarming. And we'd always kind of had this, talk about, if things got bad enough, if, it doesn't matter who you talk to, if it's a brother, if whoever you need to get through it. But he was always just happy, smiling, laughing. You would never think that he was battling the demons as bad as he was. And so in February, I was just pretty much in complete shock. He basically sent me a text message, and I tried to rush to his work, but unfortunately I didn't get there in time. And so it was just it was crazy, because he actually had kept a journal that kind of showed the pain that he was going through that none of us saw, not myself, not his family. And so it was very eye-opening, but he was definitely the suffer in silence type. So I'm basically just here to kind of just remember him, and because he was just so internally, he just kept it to himself. So it's like I kind of want to just kind of tell his story, and
Well, ladies, I appreciate you taking time to speak to me and share your story. All right, we're done.
Ese nomás era para el casino.
Ajá. Hubiéramos dicho que iban a San Manuel.
Again, I did the same face.
A lot of the pro athletes here
Hey, gentlemen, where are you two from?
Go ahead.
Philly.
And I'm from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada.
Wow, Canada.
Sure, yes, sir.
So Philly and Canada.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
What about
Well,
yourself?
we are honored to have you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for
Honored to
joining
be
the walk
here.
tonight.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Hey, Mike, I'm finding money.
Nice.
Finding money.
Where's my money?
There's a tip.
$1, you gotta dance for it though.
Ain't that right, Bob?
What happened?
When a woman's pregnant, you tell them they're glowing?
They're glowing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, are you calling me fat?
Perfect, thank you.
I figured that's what you meant.
gets my
Like, I can't be finding it.
You gotta find the right piece of that sand. It's not so bad. Less impact, but if you're right in the middle, it's no good.
Yeah, that middle part was
Yeah.
rough. The sides were good.